Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Boo 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 boo. Today we've got a guest. Say hello to people, my darling. Her name is Chloe or Zendaya. You can choose the name that you want, guys. You can choose, right? Say hello, Chloe. So guys, today you know that when I sit here, let me just put it down. You know that when I sit here, we have some important news to talk about. We've got some important, I don't know guys, I feel like my outfit doesn't look serious, like the news that I want to have with you or the conversation that we're about to have today. I don't look the it girl. Should I change? Or whatever. Hello guys, welcome to Tembi's Happy Corner. Boo 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 boo. You can see that I'm happy, just like the name of this YouTube says, Tembi's Happy Corner. This is a corner where you get the vibes, the happy vibes, guys. We get to share the word of God, we get to share experiences, we get to share the most important things. Like, you know, when I'm sitting here, people who are returning know that there's something important that is coming their way, because this is a space where I sit where we are doing important talks. So if you're new to the channel, welcome all my lovies. Welcome. What I would love for you to do is to hit a subscription button so that each and every time we get to post a video, you're gonna be notified. When you hit that notification bell, guys, you'll be notified when we post a banger video. So please don't forget to do that. And if you're returning to the YouTube channel, if you're returning here, welcome. I love you guys. Thank you for coming back here. You are supporting me and it really means a lot. So guys, also congratulations to us. We've hit 400 subscriptions, guys. That's a milestone. That's big, guys. You know what? We have to teach ourselves to celebrate also the small beginnings, the small achievements that we have. So guys, I am saying thank you for everyone who subscribed, and thank you for everyone who told their friends to come and subscribe. But you have to know that we still have our eyes on a bigger goal, that is 500 before the end of the year. So guys, do the job, and thank you so much. So guys, you know that when I'm sitting here and when I am holding this, and I'm sitting in this spot next to my flowers and my books and also the portrait, you know that something is coming. You know that something important is coming. So guys, as you know already by the title of this video, guys, I will be sharing with you tips on how I paid my student debts. Please note that I am not working, I am a student, but I managed to pay my debts. So guys, I've been postponing this one, but nonetheless, I feel like it is so much important for me to do this because it carries a lot of weight, and there are many students out there who are suffering or who have debts in their account. And guys, so I just thought that maybe I should do this for my people. So thank you guys. Relax, sit down, get a glass of juice, and let's do this. So guys, I went and I got myself a glass of water. Guys, please don't mind my glass. Please guys, this is not only a wine glass to me. I will have my water in this. I'll have my juice. It's just that tea is hot and coffee is hot, but I would have my coffee and my tea in this glass. So cheers, let's drink to that. I'm having my water because I haven't had my water in a longest time today. So cheers. So like I said, today we'll be sharing information on how I paid my student debts. I feel like I'm so happy. So where I will start by explaining to you on how I found myself in student debts. Like, you know, debts, tuition debts, fees debts. So guys, if you don't know, I graduated not so long. It was my second graduation, and the first graduation was done last year, 2022. 2022 I graduated for my first degree, and 2023 this year I graduated for my honors degree. So guys, throughout those two graduations I did not receive my degree certificates. You know that when you still have debts in your account, you don't get your certificates. I don't know about other universities, but at the University of Venda you don't receive your certificates. So that was because I had debts. So let's go back to how I found myself in debt. So when I was doing my first year in 2019, yes, it was 2019, I just did my grade 12 in 2018, and I applied, guys. I applied for bursary. I only applied for NSFAS. Guys, don't come and shoot me. Yes, but that it is. I found myself applying for NSFAS only because I never had somebody who was supporting me by applications except for my dad. Imagine, yes, my dad was helping me out with applications. And because, all people do not have knowledge on what's up and what's next, so he only knew of NSFAS, and I also knew of only NSFAS. So we applied for NSFAS, and that was it. And I also applied to several universities. For an example, I did apply at the University of Witwatersrand, UP, Stellenbosch, UFS, and all those universities that you may know of. And I was so certain and keen that I am going somewhere I love, and that is the University of Witwatersrand. So guys, when results came out 2019 January, I will never forget that date. It was on the 4th of January. So when results came out, I realized that is just a summary, guys. I don't want to dwell much on that story because I almost had a heart attack, right? So 2019, guys, you know that we are supposed to do SMSs to the, is it Umalusi, or that SMSs that we do to receive our results earlier. So I did that SMS long ago, December of the previous year, thinking that January on the 4th I will receive an SMS telling me on how I did work out, on how many distinctions I got, because that was my worry only. That was my worry only, because I knew that I studied, and I studied very well, but not so well, but I did study, like, yeah, in a way that I knew that I'm not gonna fail, right? So guys, it was around 2 a.m. of the 4th of January. I did not sleep that day. I did not sleep. So my friend said that she went to the garage and she got the newspaper that has the examination number and whatsoever of people who passed for their grade 12, right? So your girl here, I took my phone, I sent her a message, and I was like, girl, please capture that newspaper for me so that I can check that magazine, the newspaper for me, so that I can see how many distinctions I got and whatsoever. So guys, my friend sent me that newspaper with examination numbers, and I knew that because my surname is Chiteme, I was the second last person in the row. So my examination number is supposed to be second last, right? I checked, guys. I was not there. Okay? I was not there. Fine. I was not there. I was like, okay, maybe there's something. Maybe there is an error in... I don't know, guys. I was not thinking anything at that moment. I was like, fine, I will wait for my SMS in the morning. So I slept. I woke up again. I slept for 2 hours because it was around 2. So it was 3 and 4. Around 5, I woke up and I told my mom of the dilemma that we are facing, that I did not find my examination number on that newspaper. And she was like, no, calm down, you know that you passed. And she was so certain that I passed. She was not even like, you cannot even see fear in your face, not even my dad. Like, they were like, you passed, my daughter, you passed, just wait for that for that SMS. It was supposed to be there 7 a.m. Like, it was supposed to be sent on my phone 7 a.m. So 6, I took a shower and I took a bath. Yes, I bathed, and then I was waiting for that SMS. And 7, people were posting their SMSs, and your girl got an SMS that, hi, examination number, what. Unfortunately, there's an error in the system and you have to go to your school to find out what's up. I'm not making this up, guys. That message like sent me to pits. But again, I was like, Mina, I didn't fail. Never your girl is gonna fail. So guys, I went to the school with my mom. By the way, I went to Liwa Combined School. Those who know knows. So those who don't know, it's okay. So I went to school with my mom and my dad. They accompanied me. So we had to wait for 9 a.m. We had to wait for 9 a.m. to get inside and get our statements. So my mom was tired of waiting. She went to, I don't know where she went, but she just went outside of school because it's next to town. So she went to town. I was left there with my friends. We were having conversations. It was so nice, and I never told them of what I'm going through. So we were supposed to get into the office of the principal 4x4. So the first 4 bench went in. Those students went in and came back with their certificates, with their statements, and then another batch went. So we were the third one. So we went inside. We were 4. It was me and my friend Konanani. I will never forget them. My friend Konanani, my friend Pindulo, and I don't remember the other one because I don't think it was my friend. But yes, nonetheless, we went into the office. And shout out to you, my lady and my guy. Shout out to you. So guys, the principal took out the certificates, the statement or whatsoever. He took out those statements and he issued them out. He read out names to them, and 1, 2, 3. And when it came to me, the principal and also the educator sitting there was like, maybe you guys should just go out. We want to talk to her. And then, so you want to have a conversation with me? And they were like, yes. And then my friends went out with their certificates, happy, their statement whatsoever, happy. And your girl was sitting there like she's in this room where people want to do an interview. Okay, I sat there and they were like, they took out my statement and I was like, yes, finally they got my statement out. And they read out, they were like, you're such an A-star. We were never, like, we are not amazed, but then we feel like you could have done so much better because this is an A student. We do get that, but you missed some of the things because I didn't get so, like, my statement was, my statement had a lot of 70s plus, so, and some few 80s and 90 something, yeah. So they were like, yeah, you did very well. And I was like, thank you. They were like, but we have a problem. I sat there, I looked at them and I was like, what the hell? What are you talking about? So they were like, we've got a problem. I was like, okay. They were like, okay, we have a problem. And then I was like, what's the problem? They were like, unfortunately, in your statement. No, the first question that they asked me, they were like, did you write your final year mathematics? Both of the papers? And I was like, of course, yes, I did. They were like, unfortunately, in your statement, in your grade 12 statement, there is no mathematics. I was like, Njani, I did wrote maths. There was never a day I bunked school to, like, during examination. I was here on time. I even practiced for that mathematics that you're talking about. It's not like, you guys, I was so messed up, and they were like, I should call my parents. Fast forward, my parents came, and then they explained that unfortunately the girl doesn't have mathematics, but they will go back to Umalusi and marking center in Pulukwane, and then they will sort it out. And by Monday, which is going to be the 4th, 5th, the 7th, I will not forget that day. They said that on the 7th they will fix everything, and I will get my full statement. They were like, just take this one that you have here, my daughter. Take this one, then you will be using it. I was like, using it for what? Because everything that I applied for, they've got maths. They've got maths principal. So I was so mad, guys. I was so mad, but I was trying to act cool. I did not know what was coming after that meeting. I did not know. So it's fine. We took that one and we went home. When we went home, my phone like started beeping, beep, 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 beep. And when I checked online, on it was my email. So I got into my Gmail and I checked, guys. Unfortunately, universities were regretting. We regret. They were regretting because you know that when you write your grade 12 and you get your examination results, they are sent automatically to schools. So in those universities, they received my marks without mathematics, unfortunately. It means that everything that required mathematics, and that was everything that I applied for that required mathematics, I did not get in. Now I do not have anywhere to go. Is that painful? I didn't have anywhere to go, guys. It was so painful. I remember like that weekend was the most painful weekend for me. It was so painful. I did not eat. I was crying. Like I was always crying, guys. My mom was like, yo, my girl, don't cry. My dad was like, everything will be fixed. When you get your results, you will send them to these various universities that you applied for, where then they will maybe accept you and give you different courses that maybe still has got space, right? Because of course they cannot just put that space for me, because you know January guys. So yes, then 7th January I got my results back. No, I went to the University of Venda. Yeah, on January 7th I went to the University of Venda, and I was trying to get my things done, guys. I was trying to get maybe a soft spot from somebody who will help me out, and people were trying by all means to help, like from my church, guys. Shout out to my church, Worshiping Church Center. From my church, they were trying to help. They were trying to help me, guys. They were trying to help me, trying to communicate with somebody who knows someone so that I can go to school. So and 7th my results came back and they were full statement. Unfortunately, that mathematics that was not there, they did not send it to different universities. I did not even know that this is going to attack or affect me throughout my academic years, guys. Even now, like, it affected me, but not, that is that. So I got my results back and I found myself at the University of Venda, and I got into biochemistry and microbiology, BSc, right? Biochemistry and microbiology. To be honest, I never know what it is. I didn't even know that thing exists. So your girl was just excited that she's in a university, and they understood that at least girl has got a statement, and it was so fine. My statement was so in such a way that when I went with it in the University of Venda, they were like, girl, what are you doing here with these marks? Even when we went to certify those statements, like the police officers were like, what do you want to do? I told them my main goal, like I wanted to do this, and they were like, oh, you're gonna get in with this, they're gonna take you. So unfortunately, those universities never compensated for me to come, so I ended up at the University of Venda. And guys, I did my best there at the University of Venda, even though I did not know that course. I did my best. So here comes how I ended up in debts. And as far as my friends were getting confirmations, my friends were getting everything, like, yes, we're gonna fund you and wara. They were submitting their documents, and I also was submitting my documents with them. So there's this certain email that you get with I don't know if it's a pin or whatsoever. So my friends received that and I did not. So I went to the office, to the financial office, and I told them that I never received this. Like, to be honest, University of Venda financial office is pits. Come after me is fine, but it's pits. I will say spade is a spade, it's pits, guys. So I went there and I was trying to get help. Unfortunately, I never got help. Apparently, and as fast when I email them, they tell me that they funded me, but at the University of Venda, they say nothing. They never received any payment for me for that academic year. Guys, I remember the tuition fee for that whole year was 47,000. So immediately, my school account had debts. Immediately I was owing 47,000. I was owing 47,000. And throughout that year, I never got any payment from NSFAS. I was only depending on my parents and also my friends. Shout out to Wamashudu. So they were helping out. So guys, that's how I accumulated my first debt in the university, at the University of Venda. So another debt I accumulated, it was when I was doing my honors at the University of Venda again, because you know, when my statement didn't have maths, when I tried to apply, they never understood. Those universities never understood why here on the system is showing that you do not have mathematics. How are you in a university? And I'm trying to explain by email that, you know what, hey, in 2019 my statement came back, it didn't have maths. Like, it's a whole lot of drama. So I just, okay, fine, I will do my honors degree at the University of Venda, of which, if you have not seen my graduation, just go down there. Your baby girl passed in with a cum laude. I will not stop saying that, because I remember that at the beginning I did not want this degree, but even though I did not want it, I pushed very hard to obtain whatever I wanted. So guys, another debt that I accumulated was when I was doing my honors. So honors degree was 30 something. I don't remember. I think it was 37, if not 27. So that was another debt. Guys, I didn't have a bursary at the beginning of the year. I did not have the bursary when I was doing my honors. Did you apply, Tembani? Yes, I applied. Your girl applied, but she never got the bursary. And also I took a room. I took a room on campus, and the dates, like, they compiled, right? You can see that they compiled. Oh yes, the tuition fee was 27, and then I think room were 19,000, if 28,000 per year. So you see, now I'm in debts. Like, I'm in debts because when I was doing my undergrad, second year NSFAS funded me, and the third year it funded me, because it funds only undergrads. When I was doing my honors degree, I did not have a bursary at the beginning of the year, and my debts accumulated. That's how I accumulated my debts. So now I will be dwelling much on how I managed to divide the debts that I had and paid them all. Let's dwell much on them. So guys, the first point that I'm gonna give you is that you have to try different sponsors. Do not fear to try different sponsors. Even though you did not apply to those sponsors during the due time, guys, do not fear to try out those sponsors. That's the first thing first. That's what I did. Just know that I will not give you points on things that I did not do. I will give you points on things that I did and they worked out for me. So what I did, I wrote emails to different sponsors, because the application dates were closed already, and I did not know that those sponsors do exist. So I found a private sponsor from a friend, and I decided to write an email. So the email on how you can write it is, you can give them your story. So this sponsor, I wrote to it during honors, yes, during my honors degree. So I wrote my name, I wrote what I'm studying, and I wrote the reason behind my debts. So that's how I broke down. Like, I told them my whole story. I remember that email was very long, and it was a Friday, so I did not hesitate to write that email to them. So I wrote that email to them, and I told them that I am Tembani, I am doing this and this, and then I have debts, or you can tell them that you have this degree that you're doing and you do not have a sponsor, so you're asking for a sponsorship. So what they replied out to me, they replied the very same day on a Friday. They said they want to do an interview, but that interview is not going to be virtual. And I was up for it. I was like, thank you, no problem. What can I tell you? Like, what can the information that you want to know on that interview? They were like, just write to us a motivation on this very same email. Tell us what you are studying in brief. Tell us the study that you're doing on your honors degree, and also tell us the reason behind you not getting a sponsor. And also they said I should tell them on how my study can impact other people. That's how they said I should do it. What? That's how they said I should do it. So guys, I went all out on that email. I went all out. I even told them about my background, because that was another factor on why I have debts. Because I believe that if I was from a good background, my parents would have helped me to pay out, but they did not, because background. But that background did not stop me from trying other options, right? So you cannot just sit down and be thinking, my background. No, girl, you have to get up. No, boy, you have to get up and try other things. So I wrote them that email that I was explaining everything that they said they wanted, and then they said that I should go to the finance office to get a statement of my debts and the account details for the school, and with stamp. So I was like, okay, thank you. So, but what you have to know, that you should not give up. When they are not responding, you should not give up. Just know that maybe they're trying something better for you guys. So those people took about 3 days without responding, but eventually they came back, and that's when I thought they have a decision on what and how much to give me. So I went to the finance office, and then they gave me the whole thing that I wanted, and I sent them those things to them. And every time I showed gratitude. Whenever they send an email, when I respond, I'll be like, thank you for getting back to me. It's an honor. What like things like that. Show gratitude and show them that you really want this. So yeah, they told me that I should give them all those things, and I sent them. Then they came back to me after a day, and they were like, no problem, Timbani, this is the amount of money that we are willing to give you for first term. So we're gonna pay this so that you can go on with your studies. And I was like, okay, thank you so much. They were like, we're gonna pay it to you. We're gonna pay it directly to the institution, and we will send you a proof of payment. And then when it reflects on your student account, send us the proof that it reflected. And I showed gratitude again, guys. So those people said they will pay for me 29,000. So they paid 29,000. Now my debts reduced. You see, that's the first point. Try out many sponsors. So another thing that I tried, I did not only try this sponsor, I also tried what is known as Phoenix. This one was Kazimla Funds. Like, it's a private sponsor, so they funded me. And another thing that I tried was Phoenix. So I tried Phoenix. It never worked out for me, because you know, with Phoenix, people have to donate money to pay for your tuition, for your debts or whatsoever. But I tried Phoenix. I'm just trying to show that you cannot just sit around on one thing. You have many options, guys. In the internet, get there and dig deep. You'll find many sponsors that might try to help you, even if they are not paying the whole thing like Kazimla did with me. They paid only a portion of my tuition. So that's how I managed to reduce my debts. So with Phoenix, I feel like it takes long, but I do have 2 friends who did an Phoenix account, and it was approved. And they also think that Phoenix paid their debts throughout that 1 year, but mine, they never did. Do you understand? So you can also try Phoenix. You will do your profile there, and people, when they read your profile, they will choose to donate. Sorry, Escom, yes, they will choose to donate, ne? So that's how you can do it. So another way that I tried like that helped me to pay off my debts when I was doing my honors. Now that my tuition fee or whatsoever debt that I had was reduced, because the bursary that I applied to did not fund me during that period of study, which was my honors year. So they did not fund me. I did not just sit around and think, oh, they rejected me. So I went back to them. I went back to them and I sent an email and I was like, can I do an appeal? I want to know the reasoning behind me not getting the bursary, because I do meet all the requirements. And if, like, guys, my average was like my grades were good. So I texted them and emailed them actually, and they replied to my email. They even gave me the number to call. So I tried calling them and they were like, we will do a review on your application and we will tell you what went wrong and that. So they did that review, guys. So mid-year of that year I got the bursary, but it was not a full scholarship, so it was a partial scholarship. And unfortunately, that partial scholarship did not pay my debts, but the good part of it is that it paid my tuition fees for that year. So it means that the debt that I had was reduced. So they funded me and then they reduced the debt for that particular year. So because they cannot pay the previous debts, so they paid for that particular year, and then my debt was removed. So they paid for my tuition fee and also they paid for the room. So it means that the debt that I have now is for the first year and some amounts that I don't know. You know, there are some amounts that you don't know how they got into that statement. So yes, I was like, okay, thank you God. Like, guys, I thanked God so much. I still remember that I sent a picture to my friend crying on the corridor. I was studying when I received that email saying that congratulations, you got this funding, blah blah blah, but it's a partial fund, whatever. I did not care whether it's partial or whatsoever, because I knew that I prayed for this. And I did not just sit around because I don't have a bursary. I texted, guys. I called. I was on phone call. What's going on? Hey, when are you doing that review? Please tell me. They even did a mini interview with me. They were like, so are you staying on campus? I was like, yes, I have a room on campus because I stay far. I cannot be traveling every day because it requires money. So they were like, okay, fine. And they were like, okay, fine, don't worry, we'll do the review and what. And when they did that review, I got the bursary, so it paid for that tuition. So another thing that I'm trying to tell you is that, guys, don't just sit around and think this problem that you have, you cannot tackle it. One thing about me, I will try until I find a solid answer that I can say, okay, at least I tried. So as a student, you don't have to sit around. Go there, like, sell yourself to these bursaries. Tell them that I did an application, I tried. Tell them your story, tell them about your studies. Like, you know, people, like, with science, guys, there are many bursaries for science studies. Just tell them, even if you're doing a different field from science, guys, there are bursaries that you can email to them. You can tell them about your studies. You can tell them about how this study is going to change the world, whatsoever, you know. Like, sell yourself. That's how you sell yourself as a student. So that's what I did. So guys, I still have debt. Remember, I still have debt. So another point that I'm coming to now is, fast yourself some of the things and learn to save little cents. You fast yourself some of the things and learn to save little cents. So guys, this point that I'm going to tell you, right? This year. This is how I'm, like, guys, imagine I'm in a different institution and I'm trying to pay off the previous institution because I did not get my certificates, both my certificates, right? It means my honor certificate, I did not get it. My undergraduate certificates, I did not get it. When I applied into this institution that I am in, I had to use my results and they were like, your results are good, girl, so we're gonna take you with these results that you have. And the good part of it is that those results had a remark, so they had remarks that I am done with my honors degree and whatsoever. So that's how I got accepted at the University of Witwatersrand. So guys, now that I'm doing my master's, I got a sponsor. And I thank God for that sponsor. So with the sponsor that I have, guys, I am receiving allowances. When I say fast yourself some of the things and learn to save the little pennies that you have, I mean it. So now that I am at this institution, I am receiving allowances. Guys, I fasted myself some of the things. There are many things that I wanted to do. For example, I wanted to buy a camera, but I did not. I fasted myself. So when I received the little money that I am receiving this side, I was saving. So I remember that the debts remaining this year that I had this year from that previous institution was 38,000. It was 38,000. Yeah, it was 38,000. So I have to pay that 38,000. It's a lot, guys. I am not working. I'm a student. You know that it's a lot. So for me to pay that 38,000, I used the bursary money that I was receiving. Yes. So every time I received an allowance, I told myself that from this allowance that and imagine, I don't receive allowances every month. Don't get me wrong. I don't receive allowances every month. I receive them quarterly. Imagine I am staying in a foreign place. This is not my home. I'm staying in a foreign place. I have to pay rent, but I've done that. I paid my rent like bulky for the whole year. So now I know that I am saving up to pay off the debts. So I paid 38,000 rand like in 2 payments. So the first payment, I went to the University of Venda and I asked them. I know I fasted myself some of the things that I wanted to save little cents. So the next point that I want to highlight when I went to the University of Venda is that know the discounts your institution have and understand the rules. So the reason why I went to the University of Venda is because I wanted to understand if they have discounts for students paying their debts, especially if they are paying using their own money. So I went there and they told me that they do have a 15% discount. And I was so excited, guys, knowing that, okay, I can do this within 2 payments. But unfortunately, they meant 15% off when you're paying 38,000 as a whole. So I did not understand it. That's why I'm saying that know the discounts your institution have and understand the rules. Mina, I got carried away thinking that 15% I can go with my money now and then I will get a 15% off and again go and pay and get a 15% off. It doesn't work like that. If I'm going with my 38,000 rents and I'm paying them off that 38,000, it means that I will get a 15% off. But if I am not, if I'm paying half, I won't get that 15% off. I only realized it later when I'm doing my second payment. So the first payment that I did, I paid was it 11,000 at a one go. Yes, I think it was 11,000, if not 13. Yeah, it was around 13 and 11. So I paid it at a one go. And again, the following payment, I paid the whole thing. So guys, that's how I managed to pay my debts. I know that there are people with more debts than I have. But guys, with we are growing up in a way that we cannot be dependent to other people, especially our families, our parents. So that's how I managed to pay that 87,000, guys. I managed to pay it. You see, you ask for sponsors, you write and you sell yourself out there. You do not fear to make calls and ask what's going on with your application. You save money and you fast yourself. Like to fast myself, you know what's fasting, right? As Christians, we do fast. So you fast yourself some of the things that you want in order to do all those payments. I fasted myself some of the things that I wanted, and I only bought things that are important because I wanted to get my certificates. So guys, I managed to get my certificates. I have my certificates and I worked hard to pay off the debts and I am happy. I believe that I made it. So you also can do it, right? So guys, if you're an undergrad, this is what I forgot. this is my advice to students or learners from grade 12 transitioning into varsity life, is that don't apply to only one like sponsors. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. Apply to various sponsorships. Do that and apply for different sponsorships. And also, if you're already in school and doing your undergrad or your postgrad, what I can say is that you can break your debts depending on your seasonal needs. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that we do know that we have seasonal needs. So for an example, winter, you have needs for winter, for an example, winter clothes and whatsoever. If you know that winter clothes are very expensive, you can only take a few amount that you're going to pay and then take the amount to buy clothes. That's why I'm saying that you can pay your debts depending on seasonal what needs. That's why I didn't do my payments evenly. You see, one was 13,000 and the remaining I paid it off. That was depending on my seasonal needs that I needed at those times. So guys, I hope this video was very informational. If you want to ask anything, please comment down below and let's engage, let's talk. I'm so happy that I managed to do this video and I hope it's not too long for you guys, and I'm so glad guys that you stayed until the end. Thank you so much for sticking by. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Don't forget to like. Again, now that I'm saying this, please hit that like and also hit that notification bell and subscribe. I love you from me, Tembani, and my daughter. We saying bye.